Hello everyone, welcome to Liquid Assets TV, the internet's most educational and entertaining cocktail and spirit show. My name is Jerry McGill, the host of the show, also known as Dr. Drinx. Hey, we're back down here at the Texas Restaurant Association trade show, and you know, we keep talking about, earlier I showed you talking about cold and we did the chilled shots. Well, we're even going to get colder today. Even though it's end of June and it's hot as hell here in Houston, we're still about cold today. So today we're doing some ice, and we're going to talk about, and before you click off when I just said ice, let me explain to you. This is not, try to remember, this is not necessarily, it is a little humdrum and maybe a little boring to some people, but if you think about what ice plays in a cocktail and how important it is, and if you're using the wrong ice, you're watering down your drinks that are tasting bad, and it really creates a lot of inconsistency. So I'm here. I'm with Jerry they're with Manitowoc and Southern Ice here, and we're going to talk a little bit. And he's an expert on ice, so we're going to talk about it a little bit and how it works and how the different types of ices and what their applications are and what they're not for. So anyway, I'd like to have you, Jerry, show us a little bit about the ice, and let's talk about different ones. Now, I'll let you guide me through this. So you tell me what ice you want to talk about first, because this is huge. I mean, I don't think people understand how important ice can be to a cocktail. So anyway,
Jerry, you're right about that. Using the wrong ice, you have inconsistencies. You have customers walking out the doors because you want a consistent product. So that's a very, very good point. We're going to start off with our nugget ice down here. Excuse me, our flake ice.
Flake ice?
Yep, flake ice. Our flake ice is a wonderful ice. Beautiful eye appeal. People love this ice. The situation with this ice is right here, it's about 65% hard, meaning that this ice can actually clump up. You can have inconsistencies in measuring the product too. Should a product need 8 ounces of ice, depending on how they put it together, and we'll show you. I have a little cup right here too, Jerry.
Oh.
I got a cup right here. What they can do with this cup, say Johnny's making a drink and it calls for 8 ounces of ice or 4 ounces of ice. He can get that ice, actually scoop it, tap it on the bar and go, wow, look at that. It just dropped down a bit. Now I've got 3 ounces of ice. So what I've done here is said, I need my 4 ounces like my boss man called for. We have a little bit more ice. And what he's done, he's created an inconsistent product. Also, this product right here doesn't react very well to liquor. This product is good for your sodas, your teas, and also a nesting product. A wonderful ice. I love the ice, but as far as making a mixed drink or even a smoothie, this is not the product to use.
Well, because it melts too fast. I mean,
that's correct.
And you can keep packing it in there.
Keep packing up like a snowball.
Yeah,
that's correct.
So it'll take up too much, and it melts a lot faster than a bigger piece of ice. So
that's correct.
Now, is that a myth, or is that the bigger the piece of ice, it's got more surface on it, so it's going to cool the drink quicker, and it's not going to melt as fast as this would?
That is correct. This is 65% hard based on a basic cube, which is about 95 to 100% hard right there. So again, just the freezing point of this ice, it's a lot softer ice, a lot easier to chew. Again, chewing one of those is going to be totally different.
Yeah. Well, look at this. Becker, can you zoom in on this? I mean, this is like snow. I mean, it's really, really fine crushed ice. It's really soft. So, I mean, there's a few restaurant chains and stuff that use this type of ice for their sodas and things, and man, people really like this.
Oh, it's a wonderful ice
for sodas and things like that. It's just perfect. So
it's a wonderful ice.
So not good for cocktails.
That's correct.
Okay.
Not even good for smoothies either. That's the alcohol. Yeah.
So in other words, if you put this in blenders and things, it's gonna get too fine, too quick, and melt too fast.
It's also a very hard ice to measure. On top of that.
Okay, to measure.
Okay. Correct.
Because I guess really, I can sit here. Yeah, I mean, I can sit here and just by doing that, I just took another 10% of it. So
that's correct.
Cool. Good.
That's right.
Well, all right, let's move on to the next one.
Okay. Our next ice is our cube ice, which is the most popular ice right here. The ice is roughly 1 inch square. This product has the best eye appeal in your highball drinks, your mixed drinks, so on and so forth. It actually has the best cooling power. It's not going to melt like that flake ice.
So this is the cocktail ice.
That's correct. That's correct. Also the most cooling power, even in your ice chest too. That product's going to last a lot longer. Melt.
So if you can zoom in, Rebecca, this is basically the size of it. I guess what you say is 1 inch by 1 inch, something like that.
It's 1 inch, right? It's close to 1 inch square is what it is.
And that's kind of the size that you want for this, and that's been always my thing. Is the larger you can get these ice cubes, the more surface that'll chill the drink down. And I don't think it melts as fast. When I've always used them, I wanted a big piece of ice in there.
Especially the whiskeys and
the vodkas. Well, especially if it's an on the rocks drink. Oh, you got it. You got to.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Okay, cool. Let's take a look at.
Now we have a half Dyson here. This is the half Dyson, and obviously the half Dyson a little bit taller, but half the size of that. So this is you can do it kind of type of configuration. That's correct.
So if you want the big one, you can do it. Or if you want the smaller one, you can do that, which is kind of halfway in between.
What are y'all doing over there?
Well, that's good. I mean, here it is, Rebecca. So you guys can see it, the size of it and everything. Perfect. You know, this makes a good cocktail. I do agree with you on the bigger one. So.
Also, this half dice too actually works a little better in the blender too, because it breaks up a little finer. It's easy to measure. This is easy to measure with the cube, but it breaks up.
So this is probably in between. So if you're doing some blended drinks and you're also doing cocktails, so this would be a halfway in between type thing too. So
correct.
Yeah, if I was doing on the rocks type drinks, I'd probably do the bigger one, or doing more of a set down bar. But if you're more in, I'm guessing if you're more in a tropical setting or something like that, you could probably do. I'd probably be better with this because it's going to be blended and
It'll blend up faster.
Okay.
Less time to break down.
Okay. Cool. All right. You want to talk about this other one over here?
Sure. We have a new innovative ice out here in the market. It's a Manitowoc Nugget. This ice right here, I know we've talked about the flake ice. The flakes for the sodas, the flake for the tea, it's wonderful. When you put them in the dispensers and stuff, the flake ice tends to clump up. And over time, having a dispenser, it's rather a challenge. So what we've done, we've come up with this innovative ice. It's called our Nugget Ice. And this ice right here is about 80% hard. You can see it's in a format. You can take a look at it. It's kind of a pellet. You put it in the dispenser, you're not going to have that clump up issue. So that's it in a nutshell.
So in other words, because it's in that tube shaped like that, it's not as apt to stick together and jam up in the machine.
That is correct. Flake ice inherently clumps together. Customer walks up, tries to dispense it, and say, "What's wrong with your ice machine?" It's sat up all night, all your ice is clumped together. This right here should resolve a lot of those situations or challenges you may have had.
You guys, I can't emphasize to you enough how important ice is to your cocktails. So if you're doing things, you're pouring up at a bar and everything, you want that ice. You want it to be, you don't want it to water down your drinks. It's very, very important. And I think I've seen some bars make the mistake of using more of a flake type ice for it. And I personally, I think it's a huge mistake. Does it taste good? Does it look good? And does it work? Yeah, but it's inconsistent and it waters them down bad. I mean,
and you know too, Jerry, with inconsistencies, you lose customer. You want customer retention. And that right there, using that flake ice and that type of application, I can guarantee that same customer is not going to come back on, "What kind of drink did you make me?"
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, like I said, this is Manitowoc. There's a lot of great ice machines out there on the market, but these guys make one of the best. This machine's made here in the States. It's a great company. They're local. Southern Ice is based. They're in New Orleans, the Louisiana area, but they're also here in Houston. I've done some work with them, and my buddy Alvin, I saw him wandering around here a minute ago. But he's our local Houston guy that we deal with on a regular basis, and you guys do a wonderful job. They service the customers and take good care of them, and I can't explain how important ice is to this. So anyway, Jerry, I want to thank you.
Well, thank you, Jerry, very much.
Glad you got an opportunity to explain this to us and talk about it. And it seems like a really, really boring subject, ice, but it's really, really important too. So anyway, again, thanks for coming. And hey, let's go burn a few every now and then.
Jerry,
I'm a cigar fanatic and everything. And he and I met in a trip when I was in New Orleans with these guys one time, and kind of came together because we both like a good cigar. So
I'm ready.
And by the way, appreciate you sharing that tip with me on a new cigar that's out. So
No
anyway,
problem.
Remember, next time you see me, it may be behind the bar at your local watering hole. And cheers, everybody.
Hey, Jerry,
Thanks.
one more thing too.
Okay, sure, man.
Sure, it's customers like you have made Manitowoc the #1 selling ice machine in the United States, and we do appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's a good product. They make they stand behind the units, and they do. So anyway, again, everybody, thanks a lot, and from Houston and the Texas Restaurant Association Trade Show. Goodbye, guys. Thanks again, Jerry. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jerry.